Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's been a long time for this type of episode. We're doing Premier League predictions. Before we start, I just want to say we have finally reached 100
Come
subscribers. Thank you
on!
guys. Keep
Let's
getting us
go.
up there. Keep subscribing. Keep liking. Keep commenting. We love seeing you guys, what you have to say about our videos. Quick explanation. If you haven't seen our predictions videos before, we predict the Premier League. Um, if you pick the correct winner, you get 1 point. If you predict the correct score, you get 3 points. If you predict the correct score and nobody else predicted that team to win, you get an underdog point, which is 5 points. And then it's 2 points if you predict the correct winner and nobody else does, if that makes sense. But anyway, this is kind of going back, not far back, but couple to last weekend, or no, 2 weekends ago, because we had FA Cup and midweek
Yeah.
game. So we're actually going through two predictions. The second predictions for this episode was off screen. We had to submit them off screen just because they were midweek. So starting off, Man United played Tottenham and won 2-0. Mateusz Cunha, masterclass. Um, I collected 3 points for a 2-0 prediction. Ethan and Mason predicted 1 point, and Sam predicting Tottenham to win got 0 points.
The
Did
TikTok
forget
haters
the
won that
game.
round.
I forgot the Friday game. Leeds played Nottingham Forest, and Leeds won 3-1 that game. Uh, me, Ethan, and Mason all picked up 1 point for predicting Leeds to win, and Sam picked up 0 for a 1-1 tie. Um, Bournemouth took on Aston Villa, 1-1. Ryan continuing to bag. Uh, Me and Mason both got a point here, predicting a 2-2 draw. Ethan and Sam both got 0 points. Arsenal took on Sunderland. Uh, Arsenal won 3-0. Me, Sam, Mason all got a point. Ethan predicted a 1-1 draw. Next was Burnley West Ham. Um, Me and Mason both picked up a point here, predicting West Ham to win. Ethan and Sam again predicting West Ham to tie, West Ham and Burnley to tie and getting 0 points. Um, then Fulham took on Everton. Again, the Craven Cottage should be a tough place to play, but it's tough when your goalie lets in a frangade in the last minute. So Everton won that game 2-1, and everyone got 0 points for that because everyone predicted a Fulham win, and Sam predicted a tie. Then Chelsea took on Wolves and won 3-1. We all, me, Ethan, and Sam got a point, and Mason got 3 points for a 3-1 prediction. Then Newcastle took on Brentford. Brentford beat Newcastle at St. James's Park. Me and Ethan both got a point for that. Sam and Mason 0 for that game. Brighton versus Crystal Palace, the M23 derby. Uh, Sam actually got an underdog point here. He predicted a 2-0 Crystal Palace win. He got 2 points for that prediction. Everyone else, 0. Liverpool then took on Man City. Ethan was the one with the underdog points here. He predicted 3-1 Man City and got 2 points. Everyone else, 0.
Should have been 3-1, but hey, you know.
So
Wait,
that
wait.
finishes off
Who
the
who did Man
first
City
week.
play?
Liverpool.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't forgot for a second. I was like, how
That
do we all
finishes
get
off the
0
first
off a Man
week.
City win? Shouldn't we all be predicting that? But that makes sense.
Uh, so for that week, I topped the points with 8. Mason had 7, Ethan had 5, and Sam had 4. And then we're gonna go through the midweek fixtures, starting off with Chelsea Leeds, who tied 2-2. We all predicted Chelsea win, but Leeds they got it done, man. So we all walk away with 0 points. Then Everton took on Bournemouth. Another Ryan masterclass. Did he score this game? No, he didn't, right?
Did. I'm pretty sure he did.
That was the one where he scored the header, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Mason walked away with a 5-pointer. No one else had Bournemouth winning this game.
Thank you,
Only
Ryan.
Mason did. And he had the correct score as well. Then Tottenham took on Newcastle. Ethan got underdog points here. 2 points for a 2-0 Newcastle prediction. Everyone else got 0. West Ham then played Man United. It was a tough battle, 1-1. Sam walked away with underdog points. 2 points for a 2-2 prediction. Everyone else walked away with 0. Aston Villa versus Brighton. We all got 1 point here. We all had Aston Villa winning this game. Man City then took on Fulham. I had Man City won 3-0. We all got points. Me, Ethan, and Sam walked away with 1 point. Mason, correct score, 3 points. Then Nottingham Forest took on Wolves. I can't believe there wasn't a goal in this game. Nottingham Forest had like 35 shots, 17 on target. They had like a 6v1 at one point. Even Wolves had a 4v1 at one point, and there was no goals in this game. Me and Mason both predicted a 1-1 draw and get 1 point for that. Crystal Palace took on Burnley in a crazy turnaround. After going 2-0 down, they scored 3 goals in like 15 minutes. So Burnley won that game 3-2, and we all got 0 points for that. Then Liverpool took on Sunderland. It was a tight affair. Sunderland could have scored. Sam picked up 2 points. He was the only one that said Liverpool will win. Lastly, Brentford took on Arsenal. Another great game. Ethan got 0. He thought Brentford was going to win. Me and Mason got 1 point for a 2-2 draw, and Sam got 3 points for a correct score, 1-1 draw. That brings us to the points for this week. Mason with 11 points for this week. Sam with 9, and me and Ethan both on 4 points. Brings us to the league table. I stay at the top on 76 points. Ethan in second with 71. Mason on 60 points. And Sam on 50.
I'm climbing that ladder, boys. You better watch out. I'm coming.
This brings us to this weekend's fixtures. Round 27. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull it up.
I forgive you. It's okay. Ole, ole, ole.
Does anybody else want to see the fixture?
Yeah, all right.
Wait,
Yeah.
it's loaded.
Ethan, go ahead.
I got it.
Oh, I got it. It just pulled up. All right. We got Aston Villa taking on Leeds. Battle. I'll get us started here. I think both teams are pretty good. I think Aston Villa is consistently winning games, but I think Leeds just have the grit, man. And I'm gonna follow the Chelsea game and say it's gonna be a 2-2 draw.
What
Game is at Villa Park, my friend. Villa Park sometimes can be a tough play to play, sometimes it can't. And that's why I don't think Leeds are going to get it done this week. I'm going to back Aston Villa to keep the title charge going. Ollie Watkins, Morgan Rogers, firing on all cylinders. Give me 3-1 Aston Villa.
Woo. I like it.
It's on a similar page here as Ethan. I think Leeds is a good team. Calvert-Lewin has now gotten hurt, I believe, so he hasn't been playing recently, and he was a huge help. They did get a massive point coming back against Chelsea, but I do think Villa, they are still battling. They can close the gap to 5 points now to first place Arsenal. think they had a tough one last week against Brighton. They squeaked out a 1-0 win, but I think they're coming and they're going to score a lot of goals here. Not too many, though, but I am going to back Aston Villa 2-1 at home.
Good shout. It's a good shout. I've been very high on Villa this year. I do feel like the flame is extinguishing slightly. I don't think there's been a massive drop off in their level, and obviously they got cup games and Europa League, etc., so they're going to start to feel a little bit of the effects, some of that fatigue. They did drop points to both Bournemouth and Brentford recently. They did have a tough loss in the FA Cup against Newcastle in their last fixture rather. Leeds, on the other hand, are a team that every time I feel like I count them out, they prove me wrong somehow. It's not always the prettiest football, but they do get the results they're looking for. They're just gritty and scrappy, and they'll get a goal anyway, as you could see against Chelsea with that shambolic defending that we had and just puked away the lead to them. But nonetheless, it does take a level of grit and commitment to get those results, even while being down, playing on the road, etc., And Leeds have been playing really well this year. That being said, though, I do think Villa are going to slightly outclass them and squeak this one out. I don't think it'll be easy, even at home. Like I said, Villa have been playing down a little bit. I'm going to say Villa take this one 1-0.
All right. Next game at the G-Tech. Brentford taking on Brighton. Igor Thiago is coming to lay the lumber. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Brentford win.
Like it.
Solid. I also like Joey. I'm really high on this Brentford team. I watched them play against Arsenal, and I do have to say, they play some exciting football. Beginning of the year, they were probably my favorites to get relegated. I didn't believe in Keith Andrews. I thought he was a fraud. But this guy is bringing something brilliant to the fans of Brentford week in and week out. He's found a way to get Igor Thiago as prolific as Erling Haaland. So that's why I'm going to back Brentford here. Also 2-1.
I think Brentford is a great team this year. They've gained my respect. Took points from Arsenal. That's all you need to do to gain my respect. But this Brighton team has been in a poor run of form recently. But I do still think they have a squad that can get a result.
No.
So I do have them finally stealing a point and getting things back on track. So I do have this game ending in a 1-1 tie.
This guy has a Brighton agenda, man.
I am a Brighton believer.
Hey, you know what? I respect it. I respect it.
Hey, they beat them the first round, 2-1.
And that being said, I think that's going to be as good as it gets for them in this matchup this year. They did get their win at home, 2-1, like Sam said. Brentford have just been a joy to watch, kind of unexpectedly a little bit better than I expected, at least. Igor Thiago, everyone loves a guy who's just going to smash in goal after goal. It's been a really fun year for them, I'm sure. They did get that nice tie against Arsenal recently. They beat Villa. They beat Newcastle away, which is a tough game. I think Brentford are playing really, really well right now. And Brighton, who, as I've said a trillion times, I'm not very high on. I don't think have been playing well. They've lost 4 out of their last 5. Recently got smashed by Liverpool. And I don't think this is going to be their week to turn it around. I think this Brentford attack is going to be too much for them, especially away at that G-Tech, that fortress. I think they're going to really struggle. Give me Brentford 3-0.
Wow. Strong prediction there. Moving on to everyone's favorite Chelsea. I think I think we always, obviously, 3 Chelsea fans, you guys are gonna pick Chelsea to win. I think I've picked Chelsea to win almost every game. They didn't get the win last week, but they picked up a good win in the FA Cup against Mickey Mouse. With their B team, with their B players. But yeah, I think they're back to it. Burnley are out. They lose in the FA Cup.
They
Yeah,
did. They did.
Mansfield
Yeah.
Town.
Yep, Burnley lost in the FA Cup. They're feeling down, and they're going to Stamford Bridge, and they're just gonna get clapped. 3-0, Chelsea win.
Let's go.
As much as I want to sit here and say Chelsea are going to get a clean sheet this weekend, they're not because our defending is atrocious.
That is fair.
So maybe this time, I said at the Wolves game, maybe we'll see the worst front three in world football. We didn't, but maybe this week we'll get a chance to see Garnacho, Delap, and Gittins get their run in against the scum of the Barclays Premier League in Burnley. I'm going to go with a 3-1 Chelsea win. Burnley are going to get a consolation goal off a corner kick because that's the only types of goals we concede are off corner kicks.
Rob Sanchez is gonna punch the post in rage.
Obviously Chelsea coming off a big win against Hull. We take those. Hull is kind of flying at the minute, but we take those. In the championship. But yeah, this Burnley team obviously scored 3 goals in 5 minutes their last time in London. Tough loss in the FA Cup. I don't think they get a goal against us. I know we haven't been able to get a clean sheet recently, but I think this is the one team we can do it against. Cole Palmer's flying. João Pedro's flying. Enzo Fernandez will probably get on the score sheet. I actually have this as a pretty heavy Chelsea win. I'm going to go 4-0 at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, Sam said it pretty well. I'm actually on a very, very similar line of thinking there. Great to have Cole Palmer back. João Pedro has been in top form lately. He's actually looking really good. He's already sneakily got himself up to 10 goals in the league. 4 assists to go with that. He's playing really well at the moment. Cole Palmer being back, huge help. Enzo Fernandez is looking like one of the best center mids in the world right now. And despite our defensive woes and despite that little bit of trouble against Leeds, I think that was a fluke. I totally backed the Rosinho Chelsea. I can't say it enough. And I think we're going to thump them at home. I don't think Burnley are going to be able to handle us. Chelsea, 4-1.
Can't remember the last time we scored 4 goals.
This
It's Hull City.
We just scored 4.
yeah.
Yeah.
Other
the
than
last time before that was the last time we scored 4 goals.
Probably Cardiff.
back to back. Let's go.
Next game, West Ham flying at the moment, picking up strong results left and right. They're playing pretty good, but they face Bournemouth, who have Ryan and Krupi. So I was originally gonna back West Ham, but I'm feeling now that they have Ryan and Krupi playing together, Evan Nielsen is doing whatever he does up top, not scoring goals, but he affects play. I'm gonna go for Bournemouth 2-1.
West Ham are flying. Bournemouth are flying. Two quality teams right now. The London Stadium. I'm gonna back a draw here. I think they share the points 2-2.
Yeah, no point in repeating it. Both teams finding form once again. I do think West Ham get it done at home, so I'm going to back them 2-0.
Fair. This is two of my favorite players going against each other right now, even though one's hurt, unfortunately. But this is the Pablo versus Ryan game. No Pablo, sadly. 2 of my guys, as you know if you watch this channel, and my Porto boy Evan Nielsen up top for Bournemouth. Everyone said what needs to be said about these teams. I'm gonna rock with Bournemouth 2-0 away from home.
Come on.
Come on,
Going-
Ryan.
Coming to Manchester. Manchester City taking on Newcastle. Newcastle picked up a huge win against Qarabag. But I think they used
Don't remind us,
I think
bro.
they used up all their resources. Anthony Gordon got this pity hat trick, Mickey Mouse hat trick. Voltmata's playing as a number 10. Yeah, guy. I'd rather see Lewis Dunk 10 than Voltmata. I think Man City are back. They've been winning games, not easily, but I think they just got to a good point where they're consistently scoring goals, consistently keeping them out. I have Man City winning 2-0.
They did it to them before in the Carabao Cup. They're going to do it to them again. If you think Man City is going to come here to the Etihad and take points away and give Arsenal that title, you're sadly mistaken. Man City are going to give them the business and batter them at their home ground. Give me Man City 3-0.
ETA.
Yeah, I'm also back in City here to close the gap. Newcastle just played today. Their guys played. I saw the minimum the guys in the starting 11 played was 68 minutes. Quick turnaround again at the Etihad. They just played them. They struggled with them. I expect them to make adjustments. I don't think it'll be as easy for City, but I do still think they get it done at home. So I am going to back them 2-0.
You know, Newcastle here, they have been beating the away allegations because they have won 3 on the road. This is going to be their 4th in a row away from home. But I think all these road trips are going to start to take a toll on them. They got a flight to Azerbaijan and back, and then they're going to have to, like Sam said, make that quick turnaround and go play at the Etihad. I don't think it's going to be easy. But from an odds perspective, I'm a guy that looks at it as like one team's not going to keep beating up on the same team over and over. Man City have kind of had their way with Newcastle this year, aside from their first league match. Part of me looks at this and just, I don't know. The way Newcastle have been playing, and it all feels too good to be true with Arsenal potentially bottling the title. I almost want to go for a draw here. And I'm just saying that in case it becomes right, because my official prediction is going to be a hard-fought 1-0 victory for Manchester City.
All right. We have Crystal Palace taking on Wolves. Strand Larson is ready to play against his former club. He scored a brace on his debut. He's coming for blood. He's coming for the pack. I say 2-0 Crystal Palace, and Jurgen Strand Larson is going to score. He's going to go in front of the Wolves fans.
Yep, this is a good match for Crystal Palace just to beat up on Wolves a little bit. You know, help give something to the fans at Selhurst Park. Exactly, Joey. They're gonna put belt to ass the Wolves. So I am going to back. Yeah, you know what? I'll back it. Me a 4-0 Palace win.
Wow.
Strand
Everyone,
Larson
wow.
hat trick.
Wow.
Wow, Strand Larson.
Wow.
Put that £50 million price tag to good use.
Yep. So moving on, I am also a Crystal Palace believer, as you guys know. I think Wolves just got a massive point at home to Arsenal, but I do think they're going to have a tough time playing at Selhurst Park. So I am going to go with Palace 2-0 at home against Wolves.
Palace, man, what a disappointment you have been to me this year. Strand Larson, it's worth noting that his debut brace did come in a 3-2 loss to Burnley at home. Disgraceful. If Strand Larson, first of all, if Strand Larson's worth 50 million, I'm worth at least 30. Because up until last week, he had one more goal in the Prem than me. So that guy, I don't like him, dude. I don't think he's that good. That's my opinion. No offense, Strand Larson. I'm sure you're a cool dude, but as a player, no. That being said, in his revenge game against Wolves, this is two teams that just stink to me this year. Crystal Palace don't stink, but I had higher hopes, much higher hopes. I think Wolves did pick up a big point against Arsenal. Probably going to be hard to do it back to back, especially going on the road now. But they have started to pick up more results as of recent in the second half of the season. I think that might continue because Glasner is not the guy, man. I'm going to say Wolves and Crystal Palace have a 1-1 draw at Selhurst Park.
Next game at the City Ground, Nottingham Forest, recharged with their new coach, Vitor Pereira, and they're gonna play host to Liverpool, who are doing pretty good. Ekitike and Verts are playing well. Sabotzlai playing right back. Nottingham Forest, they have that new manager energy. New Morgan Gibbs White can do it. Igor Jesus is now sitting the bench for Lorenzo Luca, who stinks.
He's awful.
He's just a big dude, to be honest.
Glad Benfica didn't end up getting him.
He's a beast in Football Manager because he's 6'7", so you just gotta put the ball in there. He heads it in. But anyway, I'm going with a 1-1 draw. Liverpool stink!
Oh!
Well, I must have forgotten that the City Ground is a tough place to play, but Nottingham Forest stink. They've hired more managers than Strand Larson has goals in the Premier League. So this club is in turmoil. Their owner is embezzling money to flood into Olympiacos and Rio Ave. It's sickening. That guy is ruining football. So I'm going to back Liverpool to beat them 2-0 at the City Ground, and I hope Marinakis gets fired.
I mean, he can't fire himself.
Yeah, I was taking a look. Liverpool do tend to struggle at the City Ground. Vitor Pereira is going to bring some new energy. These new managers tend to have success right away. Liverpool does look good, and Nottingham Forest hasn't looked great. I do think they'll make it tough, but I do think Liverpool get out of here with a win. I'm going to back them 1-0 away from home.
I like it. I like it a lot, man. Nottingham, yeah. What's been said has been said. Not the best team in the world. Liverpool have found their footing. They've got that offense flowing, scoring goals here and there. They had a close game with City recently. Tough loss. Other than that, it's been win for Liverpool as of late. But that City Ground, man, it can break you down. It can wear you down, and it has to Liverpool in the past. I don't think it's going to be an easy game for Liverpool, but I think they're going to get it done. I think they're going to be fueled by that offense. I think they're going to squeak out a 2-0 victory. I say squeak out because I don't think it'll be an easy 2-0, but it will be a 2-0.
All right. Taking us next to the Stadium of Light. Sunderland are back. They're playing Fulham. Fulham disappointed me last week. Bird Leno. Got some fucking new gloves. Going off of that, Birdlano stinks. He's done. He's a has-been. Sunderland are ready. The guy in the midfield, I don't know his name. Forget his name. What's the guy in the midfield that just scored a penalty? Diaby? No.
Diarra,
Habib Diarra.
Habib Diarra is here. He scored 2
What
goals
a
against
brace,
Burnley.
didn't he?
What?
What a brace.
Scored a brace against Burnley, and then
Yeah,
he
yeah.
scored in the FA Cup. He's rocking. Enzo Lafie is back. Nordi Mukiele killing it on the wing. Granit Xhaka leading. Dan Ballard is a beast. I have Sunderland 2-1 beating Fulham at home.
Dude, Leno get new gloves. It's still making me laugh. Oh, gosh.
Joey, you forgot about the heartbeat of this Sunderland team. The guy that tosses defenders around like they're nothing. The guy that bench presses back lines. The true number 9. Reject from Ajax, Brian Broby, who is going to get on the score sheet once again. As Sunderland are going to win it 1-0 at the Stadium of Light for the steel working fans.
Oh.
Yeah, Stadium of Light is a stadium that does get pretty loud. Both teams are kind of slowing down a bit. They were on good runs of form recently. They have been losing. This is another one where I think both teams kind of try to get back on track here, and I have it ending in a 1-1 draw.
Yep. Similar wavelength yet again. Fulham have cooled off a bit. They were scorching hot for a while. Sunderland started the year great. They've played very, very well at home. They did suffer a tough loss to Liverpool at the Stadium of Light, 1-0. They haven't been quite the same lately without their guy Xhaka, man. I'm telling you, he's a big part of that team. He does fuel some results for them. I think similarly to Sam, I think it's two teams looking for a point, and I think they're each going to get 1-1 at the Stadium of Light.
All right. We got a London derby, mate. Tottenham with Igor Tudor. New coach. A coach that's known for saving teams from relegation back in Italy. He's the Sam Allardyce of Italian football. He's coming to save Tottenham as they play league leaders Arsenal. Arsenal dropped points to Wolves today. They'll be looking to bounce back. Tottenham need to get points on the board. They're facing relegation. Again, I haven't always backed Arsenal in the past. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. I think backing Arsenal here is the right thing to do because Tottenham stink. Their players stink. Romero is horrible. Macario is horrible. Their whole team sucks. Anyway, going off of that, I think Tottenham will bring the energy with the London derby and all and new manager, but I think Arsenal will win 2-1.
I think this feeling of bottling the title is starting to set into these guys in Arsenal. If you watch the match today, a lot of mistakes happened. Just look at the last goal. Simple miscommunication, and they drop points at the hands of Wolves. We've been talking a lot about the new manager. They bring some sort of swagger. Does Tudor have it? I think he does. Arteta shouldn't be asking his players, do you want to play in the Champions League? He should be asking them, do you want to win the Premier League title? Because these guys are frauds and they're dropping points week after week. Once was a 12-point gap, will be cut to a 2-point gap this weekend. So I will back Igor Tudor and Tottenham to get a point at not White Hart Lane, but the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. 1-1.
Come on.
Yeah, I have backed Tottenham in the past. They do have a new manager, so I don't really know what to expect. I think Arsenal is going to be pissed off, and they are going to be feeling the pressure after today's draw to Wolves. But I don't think Tottenham have enough in them. I do think Arsenal will get back to winning ways. I think this title race isn't going to end this weekend. We're only in February. This goes until May. And I do think Arsenal get back on track here with a 2-0 win away from home.
Yeah. Here we have London Derby. Great game. Heralded an historic matchup between the Spurs and the Gooners. I think I don't know, man. Maybe I just love a storyline. Maybe I like it this way. And I'm probably biased, and this one's probably gonna age like milk, but I feel like there's just that new manager factor. Despite how bad Tottenham have been, Derby factor, similar to how Chelsea tied Man City when things weren't looking too good and we had our U21s coach, similar to how Man United had that game against City when Carrick took over. I just have that feeling about this one with Tudor, and maybe it's not true. Maybe I'll be wrong and all the Arsenal fans will laugh at me, but similar to what Ethan said, I think that pressure's building because they know after this week they have to play Chelsea. They still have to play Man City in the league. They have to play Man City in the cup. That pressure's building. And if Man City win this week and close that gap, I think the pressure is going to be all over them. Trying to balance that in Champions League as well. I'm going to say, give me Tottenham Hotspur 3-1 at home. Big victory for Spurs.
Big win.
Let's go, Mason. Come on.
I hope you get 5 points.
Up the Spurs.
I hope so, man. I really do. Maybe I'm just hoping and I'm just guessing what I hope, but I just have that feeling.
All right. On to the final fixture. And it's good news for the Blues. And there's no time to lose. It's Everton. I won't sing the whole song because they're playing against Man United and they're gonna get rocked. But the Hilly Dick is gonna be rocking. The fans, they get going. Jordan Pickford, he loves the crowd. He loves making saves. Last time we played against Everton, he was pulling saves out of thin air. He's been doing that a lot recently. Actually, last game he had an incredible game. But it is going to be a tough game because it is away at Everton. But I think Man United can still pull through. We didn't play FA Cup. We've had a long rest. We're going to be refreshed, ready to go. And I think Man United is going to win this game 1-0. Maybe a little Casemiro or Harry Maguire header. Well, that's not true, but I haven't seen a Harry Maguire goal in a long time, so I'm feeling one.
We almost had the United strand finally get a haircut, but West Ham had other ideas. But I think Man United get back on the winning gravy train when it comes to Hill Dickinson. This place is a Mickey Mouse fortress. I don't think it's a tough place to play. And that's why I believe Michael Carrick is going to come in there like he's Sir Alex Ferguson himself and take 3 points back to Manchester with him. Give me Manchester United 2-1. We're going to see a Bruno Fernandes masterclass.
Come on.
I'm still not a believer in this Carrick side.
Hey, guy.
They should have lost at West Ham. But fortunately enough.
We should have won. Casemiro scored a goal that was called offsides. It wasn't offsides.
He was offside.
Not by the Wirtz rule.
The Wirtz rule.
The lawnmower?
Wirtz was 5 centimeters offsides. They said that's not offsides. Casemiro was less than 5 centimeters offsides. I'm just saying.
Well, anyway, going back to what Joey was saying, Everton have also had plenty of rest. they didn't play in the FA Cup. So I do think this Everton team, for some reason, is always super tough to break down. They've always been like that.
True.
I don't think they get a win, but I do think they make it tough for United once again. And I do have this game being an absolute snooze fest and ending 0-0, potentially another Pickford masterclass.
Hey, that's not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. Yeah, United flying right now under Carrick. Aside from the dropped points to West Ham, depending how you look at it, they did save a point. That's 2 of their last 3 games saved by a 90-plus minute Sesko goal. I was going to say winner, but they didn't win the last one. They did also have a late goal against Arsenal from Cunha to get that result. They've been pretty clutch lately. They're getting these results. Carrick's got the boys moving. Aside from their last game, they've scored at least 2 to 3 goals in a lot of their games. That offense is flowing. Although, in spite of that flowing offense, like Sam said, Everton are the dam in that flowing river. It's not easy to break them down. It really hasn't been ever in my lifetime. They're a really solid team. I don't think it's going to be easy away from home, but I do believe in this United under Carrick, even if it is Mickey Mouse or Purple Patch. Like I said, man, I'm under the spell. I just believe in them for some reason. I think they're gonna get a tough one away from home. Give me United 1-0.
All right. That ends it off for our predictions for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, comment, like, subscribe. Get the subscriber up count. We're on the road to 200 now that we've passed 100. Thank you guys. We appreciate it. We'll catch you in the next video.